I'm going to be covering some Spotify best practices and share what some of the things I did to get 526,000 monthly listeners. My name's Manifest, and the first thing I want to cover is your artist pick, okay? And you want to make sure you're always promoting a song, and I would suggest your newest song or your best song to draw attention to it. Right now, this song came out about 2.5 weeks ago, and it's already got 166,000 streams. I want to share some of the things that we did to get there. But first, your artist pick. You want to make sure you update that, and you do that by going to your artists.spotify.com dashboard. All right, and if you click on your profile, and then this is where you would edit your artist pick, and you can write a little caption there, and you can promote it. All right, and you want to draw attention, and this I think expires every 2 weeks. So right now I just updated mine, so it expires in 12 days. So you want to make sure you're constantly renewing it. Okay, you want to make sure you're renewing it. And keeping fresh new songs in there. All right. The second thing you want to do as well too is, I update my my banner image every now and then, probably every couple months, just to keep it fresh. Spotify, I noticed, does this a lot, man. Like on their like playlists and stuff inside of Spotify, which I'll show you. Where is it in here? If I click on music, and I noticed on their editorial playlists. If I scroll down editorial, they update their like cover images like almost weekly, okay? On their editorial playlist, they do that. So I encourage you to update yours, not weekly, but when you release a new song, especially when it's a real big push, and every song should be a big push, you want to make sure you're updating your content, okay? The second thing that we did, and I'm doing this for all my songs moving forward, as many as possible, is if you notice here, it says featuring Red Light King. So it's featuring another artist, all right? And so you always want to tap into other people's fan bases, especially if they're bigger than you or almost as big as you. I like to work with artists that have at least 200,000 monthly listeners or more, okay? So really I want to work with, artists that have 1 million plus, 2 million, whether I have to pay for a feature, whether I have to share publishing or do whatever it is to work with another artist that's bigger than me, so I'm not bouncing around Dorkton and just releasing songs. Like, I don't have a problem sharing pieces of my song or paying to get a feature so that I can tap into a bigger fan base. Otherwise, it's just going to keep getting released to Manifest fans. And yes, okay, if I click on my audience, and you can do this too, so you have your listeners, but then you have your followers. All right, and so it's your followers that get notified when you release a new song, which I'll go into in a second with the release radar. But I want my followers to go up. I want new people to start following me. Let's just go back a little bit. February, all right, okay, we're added to a playlist here. So February 26th, so that's about like just less than like 2 weeks. So we had 123,000. Let's just go back all the way. So let's go like a month. That's 30 days. So we had 122. Now we have about 124. So 2,000 new followers. And the goal should be that you're always growing. And you're not going to grow if you keep releasing music to your same fans. Yes, the Spotify algorithm will help. Yes, getting on editorial playlists will help. But I believe you should take it a step further and work with other artists or someone to remix your song, because you also get to tap into their fan base, not just on Spotify, but if they post about it on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, wherever else. Okay, which leads me to my next thing, which is I'm going to click on home. And if you can see here, it shows, your song has been pitched to your editors. All right. And so where you do that is you click on music. And once you've uploaded your music to say like TuneCore, DistroKid, CD Baby, and you've scheduled it for release, and you want to make sure you always schedule it weeks in advance. Why? So that it shows up in your upcoming. And this is where you would pitch a new song. Okay, this is where you would pitch a song to editorial playlists. And so I pitched mine about 4 days ago, but the song doesn't come out for like another couple weeks, which is good because that way it smashes the release radar. Okay, looking for your new release, it can take several days for new music to get from your upload to upcoming, depending on which distributor or label you use. Okay, now distributor meaning TuneCore, CD Baby, DistroKid, DatPiff, I don't know who you use, Stem, or whoever your label uses, which is probably one of those, okay? So it's funny how it's like, oh, or your label. Well, guess what? Your label is probably using the same tools that you have access to. So that's why you don't need a label. But you need to be pitching your songs to editorial playlists, because this is how I landed some big rock playlists and different editorial playlists by pitching my song to the release radar. Okay, so important that you do that. As far as scheduling and how often you should release songs, I don't believe in the whole releasing a song a week, because it doesn't give you enough time to pitch it. It doesn't give you a proper enough time to promote it and really put some muscle behind it. I think once a month, or, a month and a half, 2 months is great, but I really believe in releasing music constantly is a great way to grow, because, again, let's just go back to songs. And I'm just going to click on my song, Save You. This is our newest song that came out. And I'm going to click on playlists, because I want you to see. So those are recent. Where's stats? That's what I want, stats. So if I scroll down here, I can see that actually 41% came from editorial playlists. 33%, though, of this 166,000 streams came from algorithmic playlists, okay, that Spotify made and just shared my music. Okay, so that's almost half, okay? And then, of course, you've got your listener's own. But you don't want to miss out on editorial playlists. And you do that by making sure that you pitch the song, okay, inside of music and upcoming. Make sure you pitch the song. But you also got to make sure you pitch the song so that you hit the release radar and you get the algorithmic. Otherwise, you miss it, all right? So let me just click on View Playlist Pitches. And this allows you to do your hometown. Make sure you submit to your right genres, okay? I'm not going to edit this. Gives you the mood, whether you have a song style, what instruments. I kept mine blank. Whether it's a cover or not, whether it's a remix. Mine was a studio recording, or they ask you if it's a live. Is it instrumental? No. What language? English. And then I just write a simple little description. This is where if you have a lot going on, you can, really talk about it and talk about it more and kind of, pitch an angle, whether you got radio pumping it, it's on a big TV film placement, you're on tour. It's a way for you to kind of like talk about the song, but don't go on too lengthy. Okay, but that's just some things you want to make sure you do. Now, of course, now that this song is out, I'm continuing to promote it via YouTube ads, Facebook ads, or even Spotify ads. And it blows my mind how many people tell me they've never gone to ads.spotify.com and created an account and started, promoting their song via ads and get as much juice to this song as freaking humanly possible. Okay, this song came out. It looks like it was released February 26th, so it's been a month and a bit, depending on when you've watched this video. No, not a month. It's been a few weeks. But you got to keep promoting, man. You got to keep promoting, whether you're running ads. And somebody told me they hired somebody on Fiverr the other day to get their song on playlists and stuff. Don't do that. Don't do any sketchy stuff or black hat stuff. That's one way of getting banned. If you're running ads inside of Spotify's platform, that's probably one of the safest plays, or hire a legit streaming promotions company. Spotify advertising helps businesses of all sizes reach and engage their listeners as they stream what they love. Create your first audio ad and make an impact today. Get started with our self-serve platform for as little as $250. So you need at least $250 to get started. Okay? And I love this. Helps businesses. I want you to know you are in business. You are a business. You are in the music business. Okay? You are in the music business. Now, before you go, I want to make sure that you go to Smart Music Business /get Spotify Profits. I'll click a link to this. But this is where you can get my Spotify Profits book and video training that shows you more in depth how to do stuff. Or you can get it on Amazon if you want as well too. There's the audio book so you can listen and just get a ton more ideas to keep promoting your music. But don't quit, never give up, and keep promoting your music. Last thing I'll share is that once your song has already streamed on Spotify, like once it's been streamed on Spotify, it's been released, you cannot pitch it to the Spotify editors, okay? Your chance is gone, gonzo. You cannot pitch it to the editorial playlists. You cannot punch the algorithm, okay? If you got the song and you released it 24 hours later, you missed a huge opportunity. The only way to get a chance to repitch it is to do a remix of it, or re-release the song with a new mix or a new featured artist. and breathe some new life into it. So that is one option to get some more, breathe some new life into your song. Hope that helped.